People went there for education, again, for religious freedom, getting education. So at that time, there were a lot of Uyghur people and students living there. We were one of them. And the army was involved in this. So late at night, we would hear stories of like people eating at restaurants and suddenly just an army of soldiers coming in and arresting them, or even arresting them at night when they're sleeping at their homes. That year, we were actually not planning on going. We were planning on staying, maybe go the next year. We were not feeling it. And my dad, he didn't have a good feeling about it. He said he didn't, he just felt uneasy and said maybe we should go this year. So we pack up enough for a vacation. We just have one luggage each, and we pack up, we board the train, we land, and 1 week later, we get a call from our landlord, and he's panicked, he's scared. He says, "What's going on? They're armed in your house. They're looking for you. They were looking everywhere." I told them you left. I didn't know where you went, but like you, what is happening? We were lucky. We get to escape, and when we came here, we had nothing. All our life is in Egypt. All our belongings, everything we own. We had to start life anew from here. So when we came here, my dad, he was at an age where he should be retiring. At the age that he should be retiring and maybe having a peaceful life towards the end of his life, he had to rebuild life for us from zero. I mean, you're the man of the house, you should have a strong image when you see your father, but seeing him like down like that and having to work under other people and everything just cut off in just one night, it's unimaginable. I mean, he worked his whole life for this.
If you had the chance to reunite with them, what would you want to say to them?
I wouldn't probably want to speak. I just want to give them a long hug. I would probably apologize for not doing enough. I wish I could do more.
If our Prophet, peace be upon him, entered the door right now, what would you like to say to him?
I would probably remind him first an incident with one of his sahabas, Ammar ibn Yasir. He witnesses his mother's stomach being cut open in front of him. He also witnesses his dad's eyes, his father's eyes, getting carved out in front of him. They would be stuck to a pole. They would be tied to a pole, and then they would have to witness their loved ones or their parents getting tortured or murdered in front of them to try and revert them from their beliefs and what the Prophet is saying. The first time when his mother's stomach is cut open, they ask him to badmouth at the Prophet and ask him to deny that Islam is a religion. So in the first time, he says, "No, I won't do it." The second time, when his father's eyes are carved out in front of him, he says, "No, again, I won't do it." And each time, every day, the Prophet would go to these areas where this were happening, and he would talk to his Sahaba and he would say, "Have patience." And the third day, when he is the one being tortured, this time they're torturing him, and they tell him to again badmouth the Prophet, curse him, and tell him for him to admit that Islam is not the truth, that what the Prophet is spreading is lies. And at the third day, when he cannot bear the torture any longer, he says, yes, his words are lies and Islam is not the truth. But as he's saying this, he's crying, he's bawling, like crying heavily. After that, they release him. They get what they want, so they release him. He runs to the Prophet. He goes, "Ya Rasulullah, I did what they asked. I failed you. I'm sorry." And he's crying. So the Prophet, he just sits. He's quiet, and he says, "Did you mean any of what you said?" And he says, "No, no, Ya Rasulullah. The words didn't even cross my throat." He says, "I'm only human. I'm only human, and I couldn't bear it any longer. Forgive me."